if you have a very old HTML website which you have made in the early 2000s or late 90s, then you must consider converting it into a visual website builder such as Elementor and WordPress. Because for a HTML website, if you want to change anything small such as a line or text or an image, for example this one, or an image, then you need to edit this HTML code. For example, over here on this website, this is the home page. If I need to change this text over here, then I need to open this up with a text editor. Then you need to find this text over here, which is over here, cryptocurrency. Then you need to change this. So you need to know a bit of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, etc. So unless you are a pro coder, then you're going to find this very difficult to work with this website over here. Okay, and but using a visual website builder such as Elementor, any person with zero coding knowledge can make any changes he or she likes. Okay, for example, if you want to change this text over here, you simply change it. See, adding. And if you want to add any text, simply drag and drop anything you'd like. You can change the colors over here. Okay, center align it. Nothing complicated, very easy, and not a bit of code. It doesn't matter if you're a businessman, a lawyer, a doctor, you can use Elementor to build website for yourself. So that's why it's so amazing. Okay, so in this video, what I'm going to show you right now is that I'm going to convert the static HTML website, which into a WordPress website, and these pages will be made with Elementor. The whole website is going to be made with Elementor, converting this one to a visual website builder, Elementor WordPress, like this one. And to do this, I am going to use the latest version of Elementor with the Flexbox containers. Okay, so I am going to show you how you can build the headers, the different sections over here, build the headers, different sections over here, and the footers, etc. Okay, in order to save time and to avoid custom coding, because I am assuming that you are someone who wants to switch from your old static HTML website to a visual website builder website such as Elementor WordPress. For those people, I am going to make this video. So I am going to avoid any kind of custom coding or custom CSS or custom JavaScript, and only use the visual elements of Elementor, so that it's easy for you to understand and follow. Okay, and as I said, I am going to simplify some of the things which you are going to find out in the later parts of this video. So without any further ado, let's get started converting this HTML website into an Elementor website. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so now let's discuss the themes and plugins we need to install in order to convert this HTML website into a WordPress website. Okay, so the first one is the themes. The theme, so you can only have one active theme at a time, and I'm going to install the Hello theme by Elementor. So the Hello theme is a very stripped down version of a WordPress theme with minimal design. Mainly it is made for Elementor to work with Elementor, so that Elementor page builder can work properly with this theme. So I'm going to install this theme. And for plugins, we mainly need three plugins. Number one is the Elementor this one is free, as well as the theme we discussed above, this one is also free. Elementor Pro, this one is paid. Okay, so this one is a paid plugin, and this is very important for building very important things, elements of the website, such as the header, the footer. Okay, so this one is very important, and but this one is paid. Okay, so you have to purchase it from the Elementor website, and I'm going to provide the link for purchasing this Elementor Pro down in the description below. Okay, and the link will be an affiliate link, so if you purchase using my link, I will get a small commission, but with no additional cost to you. So just letting you know that. Okay, and finally we need to install Smart Slider. Smart Slider is I'm going to install this mainly for building out the slider over here. This is a slider at the top, and the slider element of Elementor is, I feel, is not good enough to have a structure like this. So I'm going to build out that using the Smart Slider plugin. Okay, so firstly, so this is a fresh WordPress website which I have installed on a subdomain, as you can see over here. So subdomain, I have installed this WordPress over here. My hosting is Namecheap, and I have created the subdomain, and then I install WordPress on the subdomain. So if you want to know how to add a subdomain and then install WordPress on that subdomain, I am providing the link to those videos down in the description video below, which I have created earlier. So firstly, I will just log into this website and show you the procedures for installing the themes and plugins. Okay, I will just log into my website, this website. As you can see over here, this is a fresh WordPress website with minimal themes and plugins installed. So let's go and start installing our themes and plugins. And first one, let's go to the themes. And so this is the latest 2024, but we are going to install the Hello theme by Elementor. So it's already over there because it's very popular. So let's install it. Hello Elementor. Okay, activate. Then we are going to start installing the plugins. Let's see what plugins we have. So some plugins are, these two are by default installed by Namecheap. This one is a caching plugin, and this one is the security plugin provided by Namecheap, installed by Namecheap automatically. So I will just keep those, but I am going to delete these plugins. I don't need these plugins, so I will delete each one. I'll also delete this one. Then I install the 3 plugins which I need, and firstly I will go ahead and add a new plugin. Then I will search for Elementor. See, this one is the free version of Elementor. Activate it. Okay, I'll just hit skip for now. Just close this one, okay, because I'll set this up later on. Okay, so Elementor is already installed and activated. As you can see, the Elementor is added over here. Then I will just install another free plugin, which one is Smart Slider. So I'll just type in Smart Slider. Sorry, there is a gap. Smart Slider. So this is the one. more than 900,000, almost a million active install compatible with your version of WordPress. So I'll just hit install over here, activate, and then I'm going to install the paid version of Elementor, which is called Elementor Pro, and I'll just download this plugin. It's downloading. So this is my Elementor account. So after you purchase it, Elementor, then you will also get an account, and where you will be able to install the plugin, download and install plugin like I am doing right now. Then you are not going to find the pro version over here, so click over here, upload plugin, and for choosing file I'll just click over here and drag and then click over install now. It's installing, let's wait. Okay, plugin installed successfully. Activate plugin. Okay, so now I'm going to connect and activate it with to my Elementor Pro account. So I'll just pause this video for a second. Okay, so I've connected my Elementor Pro plugin with my Elementor Pro account, and so all the plugins are installed, Elementor Pro and Smart Slider 3, and also installed is the Hello theme. So we are ready to go and start building our website. So let's go to the next part of this video. Thanks. Okay, so in this part of the video I am going to set the global fonts and colors of the website. So right now, after changing the theme to Hello Elementor and installing the plugins, now our website currently looks like this. Okay, because Hello theme is a very stripped version, okay, of a theme. Now let's go to the back end of the website and start setting our global fonts and colors. To do that, firstly, as I mentioned earlier, this function you need to have Elementor Pro installed. So if you haven't installed it, then please you can use the link below to go to that purchasing of Elementor Pro, which I shared in the description, and then from there you can purchase it. Okay, so firstly you need to go to templates and then go to theme builder. Okay, not theme builder. We don't need to go to theme builder, just simply go to all pages, and we can use this sample page to work on the global fonts and colors. No need to go to the theme builder, we'll go there later on. Okay, I would want to delete everything over here. Delete. Okay, fine, delete, update, and then simply edit with Elementor. Okay, fine, continue. Okay, then all you need to do is click on this burger icon over here and then simply go to site settings. Okay, so over here we are going to firstly we'll need to set the global fonts. Okay, global fonts over here. So what are we going to do? We're going to set the global fonts. Firstly, there are 6 type of heading: H1, okay, H2, H3, H4, H5 and H6, and also the body paragraphs. Okay, done. Then we need to, what you need to do, we need to inspect each of this one. Okay, H1, this one is H1. H1 is 48 pixels, Open Sans. Okay, here is the one, a font 48 pixels, Open Sans. Okay, and it is currently set to uppercase. Let's check the other pages as well. Okay, so we need to, what you need to do, we need to set the H1 over here, so you can see a preview over here. And as we saw, inspect element and then 48 pixels, Open Sans. So let's write down so our font family over here is Open Sans and font size is 48 pixels and font weight is bold. So weight we are setting to bold. Okay, done. So we can set it to uppercase, but we don't need to worry about that. No need to set to uppercase. So you have the option to keep it like this if you want as a normal text. So I'm not going to make it transform into uppercase, but you can do that if you want. Okay, let's just do it, follow their uppercase, and then let's do the H2. So this one is H2, it is 32 pixels, Open Sans. H2 is 32 pixels, Open Sans, and color is 0C, 0C, 0C. Let's 0C, 0C, 0C. Okay, so the color over here is, we are going to set the color a bit later. Okay, let's study the fonts weight. So font weight over here is bold, font weight is bold. Okay, H2 is done. Let's see if what other fonts we have. This one is at the H5 level. Okay, so we are going to go to H5 font over here, and as usual it's Open Sans and size is 20 pixels and font weight is bold, and transform is its uppercase. Okay, it's uppercase over here. Great, this one is done. Let's see what other fonts we have. This one is H3. Okay, so let's go over here, H3 over here, Open Sans, Open Sans, and H3 over here is 28 pixels, 28 pixels, and font weight is bold, bold, and line height is 1.2. So we need to add line height to each one, EM, as EM means it's a relative measure. Okay, So H3, H1, H2, H5 done. Let's see if we can find H4. No, this one is H5. So this one is H5, H2. So no H. Let's check out this one. H4 over here. We have found the H4 in the footer. Let's try to inspect it. H4, 24 pixels open sans, okay, 24 pixels open sans, and it is also font weight is 600. Okay, we'll check that out. So H4 over here is open sans, and font weight is 24 pixels. Font weight is 600. Okay, so we've got our up to H5 we got, and this did not, see if this is H. Okay, they didn't seem to use the H6 font family, H6 heading level, so we are going to ignore that for now. Okay, let's ignore this for now. And oh, the last one is the paragraph. Okay, paragraph text over here. Let's see what's the size of the paragraph text. Paragraph text, (16 pixels open sans). Okay, body font family 16 pixel open sans, 16 pixels. Line, let's check what's the line height over here. Okay, what you can do is over right now is just for the line height, we can set a line height for each one of these. Okay, for heading we can set a line height of 1.2. For heading 2 we can set a line height of 1.5. For heading 3 it's only do 1.2. Heading 4 let's set to 1.2. For heading 5 we can also set it to 1.2. Okay, 1.2 done with this. Fine, it's done. Okay, now what you need to do, we need to check if our global fonts will be working. We need to assign the global fonts to the appropriate typography over here. Just follow along. Firstly, what I'm going to do, I'm going to set the heading contents as a to show you this is the page which I'm actually editing, and this one is H2. Okay, so another thing you need to do, which I forgot to mention, is that let's exit from over here. Okay, another thing you need to do, you need to disable the global fonts and colors which comes with Elementor. Go to Elementor and settings, and then go to advanced, general. Okay, and then what you need to do, you need to disable the global fonts and colors, otherwise Elementor will not allow you to apply the global fonts. Okay, so simply do that. Then let's go over here, back to our pages again, then edit with Elementor. Okay, let's go over here, and then this the h1 will gonna make this h1, this is h2. Let's duplicate this, make this h3, duplicate h4, duplicate h5. So we don't have h6, so let's not worry about that. Another thing you need to do, you need to add a button. Okay, the button, we also need to set a global styling to the buttons. So update, then go back to site settings over here. Okay, let's site settings. Okay, fine. And now what are you going to do? We are going to go to typography over here, and then we are going to start assigning the fonts. Okay, and for the body typography, we are going to choose from the global fonts this body. Okay, okay, fine. Body, update. I also need to add a paragraph to see the preview. Update, then let's go back to site settings again. Typography, okay, body we have already set to the body type. We have connected the global font over here. You can see that it's linked, it's pink. And now let's start set the colors too. So you can see that all the text over here have a dark color over here. Inspect, let's inspect this. Okay, it's 0C, 0C, 0C. Okay, this is the dark color, and we can just get it from over here. 0C, 0C, 0C. Okay, it's connected. Let's save this color so we can use it for future. Dark, just save it as a dark, or just add a name which you can remember. And then let's set the h1 typography. H1 it's already C, and color add it to dark. H2, add the H2 font. Where is it? H2 font over here. H2 color, add it to assign the dark color. H3, connect it. So firstly, as I said, so please make sure to follow it step by step. Firstly, you can see that I've already created the global fonts, then I'm connecting it. Okay, okay, fine. Now let's H4 color, and then set it to dark. H5, add it to the H5. Okay, and then set it to dark. Fine. Now simply update. Great. Now the typography part is done. Then let's go back over here for the buttons. So buttons will also have a over here. You can see that the buttons over here are blue. Okay, blue, and all of the buttons are same. Okay, same. They got the same design. You can see that same design. So it's if you can set the buttons with global styling, then we not need to apply the design over and over again. Okay, so we are going to simply do that. Go to buttons over here, and then let's inspect this over here. Okay, so there's a light blue color, you see. We're going to apply this, copy this, and where for the background we're going to apply this light blue color as a background, button background. Okay, background type. Okay, it's not applied. Okay, let's try to do that again. Okay, let's clear it. This is not the color. Okay, let's try again. Okay, oh, I'm not I forgot to copy the last 0 over here, that's why it was causing an error. Okay, this is the color I want. Paste. So now it works. You see it changed slightly, and let's save this color. Okay, we are going to need it to use it for future parts of the video. Sorry, not dark, it's light blue. Light blue. Okay, done. And another thing, you can see that when you hover over it, it changes color. Okay, changes color. We can use this eyedropper tool over here by Colorzilla. So make sure to add it to the Chrome browser when you are making a website like this. Simply click over here, click on the color picker, and then you can simply copy this dark color and go to hover. You can paste this dark color and then save it. You can call it dark blue. Done. Okay, now when you hover over it, you see it turns dark. And let's also inspect the typography over here, like what fonts they are using, what size of font. And okay, let's just keep it the way it is. It's already open sans, so we don't need to worry. Let's see if the text color, let's set the text color to white, FFF. This is the hex code for white. And also let's save this white color because we are going to use it later on. White. Okay, white. Okay, great. Let's see if we have missed anything. Everything is done. So we have set the fonts. Let's recheck if our fonts are okay. Great. Okay, fine. So we have successfully set the global fonts and colors for our website. So let's go start working on the next part, which is making the headers and footers for the website. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so now that we have the global fonts and colors set up, now we can go ahead and make the header and footer over here. Okay, so let's get started with the footer first. Once again, to make this part header and footers, you need to have Elementor Pro installed on your website. So I'd recommend you to install it and follow along with me. And installing Elementor Pro will save you from installing a bunch of plugins which are unnecessary. Okay, so let's get started. So you can see that on the header there is a menu: home, about, services, YS, and team, and the login over here is a button. Okay, and same menu is over here. Okay, when you click on this menu, it takes you to the about page. Okay, like this. So so what we are going to do, we are going to make each of these pages first, then you are going to build the menu. So first one is the home page. So I'm going to type home, publish, then I'm going to add another page, about, write about, publish, services, services, why us, why us, and team. Then we are going to create the menu for the header and the footer part over here. Go to appearance, then go to menu, then click over create your first menu. So we need to create the menu first. We can call it main menu and then create it. Then click on the pages we would like to include and add to menu, and over here let's rearrange it. Let's put the home at top, followed by about, services, why us, and then team. Okay, now just save the menu. Okay, great. Okay, so now let's build the footer first, because the footer looks kind of less complicated. So let's go to build the footer, go to templates and then go to theme builder. Okay, in the theme builder we need to add a footer. So over here you will get the option footer, add the footer. You can add start with footer blocks, but as we are building it from an HTML template, we can just do it from scratch. Okay, so let's start with firstly let's do one thing. Let's rename this footer. Okay, just call it, we can call it main footer so that it's easy to understand. Okay, let's go back over here and then let's add a container over here. Okay, and container we can set a background color to it. Let's use the eyedropper tool just to copy this one. Okay, we can paste this color. Okay, this is the exact color, and let's approximate this top and bottom margin over here. Before we do that, let's save the color. We can first we need to click on this color and then click on this plus icon. Okay, we can call it navy blue version 1. Okay, because there are other kind of blues on the site. You see it's a bit dark one, and then it's this navy blue. Okay, over here. Okay, over here. And let's adjust the margin. There is a top and bottom margin. We can just simply approximate it. Okay, in my eyes they are, let's see if 30 looks good. Top 30, let's make it 50 standard. Okay, bottom is also 50. Great. And another thing I'd like to do is make the content layout for the entire site 1200 pixels, okay, so that the inner container width, the width of the content will be 1200 pixels globally. But there are some sections with full width containers, we can easily do that, no problem. But the ones that are going to have a content layout like this one are going to have the content width of 1200 pixels, okay. So we need to set that for all of them. That's why we can do that easily using the site settings, okay. Site settings, then go to layout, and over here layout, this it's set to 1140, we can set it to 1200 pixels, okay, so that we don't need to change it again and again. That's the main purpose of this. Okay, there are 4 containers over here, 4 columns, okay, 4 columns. So we can do that. Let's add a column over here, sorry, container over here, and then we can add this title over here, title. What type of title is this? Let me inspect it. H4, it's H4, we already have the typography saved for this one. Set it to H4, color set to white, okay, and then 16 pixels, so it's the body text. So we are going to use the list element because they got icons over here, okay. Simply change the color of the icons to white, and the color of the text also change to white, okay. So now simply all you need to do is copy paste this location. Oh, I can't. Okay, I will just inspect it and then copy it because these are kind of links. I will copy this, sorry, location, copy, and then come over here and paste it over here. Okay, let's just remove the space over here. Location, and for this icon, let's use this map icon over here, map, map icon, insert, and then it's the number, so inspect it, copy it, okay. Then let's change the phone number icon over here, phone, let's check the email, and the icon over here is envelope, search envelope, and we get this icon over here, and there is a kind of distance between each of these lines. We can set it to go over here, space between we can set to 10, so I think it's good enough. And you see there is a hover color over here, blue, so we can easily do that. Text hover color should be blue, light blue, okay. and then icon, and icon hover color should also be blue, light blue. So done. Okay, and then another is the social media icons over here. So we can also add this social icons. Okay, drag and drop it, align to left. Let's see what we have got. Facebook, sorry, I deleted it. Facebook, not this icon, Facebook, this icon, and Twitter. Now I think it's X. Let's see if there is X over here. X, no, it's also already Twitter, still Twitter. And then LinkedIn. Is it this icon? No, it's not. Another variation of this icon, this one. And then Instagram, okay. Another thing we can do, you see that these are packed closely together. To do that, we can go to styles and then set the padding to 0. Let's see, yes, padding to 0, and then official color change to custom color. And this is the primary, the background one is the primary color. Let's change it to, let's just change it to transparent something. Okay, RGBA, 0. Okay, then the background is going to be transparent, so it's already kind of same. Let's do some spacing between them. 10 pixels. Okay, great. 10 pixel spacing. Oh, another thing I forgot, this changing the text content over here. It should be address. Okay, content address. Okay, great. But now you see that there are 4 columns over here. So let's turn it into a 4-column row. Okay, is this the outer container? We remember we got 2 containers. Okay, one big container. Okay, yeah, sure. This one is the big container and this one is the small container within this container. So no problem, just click over here, just duplicate it 3 more times. Okay, great. Now, but these are stacked on top of each other to simply to have them side by side. You can go to click on this main container, come to layout, and then simply click over here. Then they are going to be side by side, just like that. Okay, and then you simply just replace the contents over here. Okay, now but this is not, we need to replace this with text. We are going to go over here, come with text, change the color to white. Great. Okay, now let's come over here, change the, this is links. Links, let's just remove this. And let's add the menu item over here, WordPress menu. Okay, but you see that this is not the right way. This should be in vertical like this. Okay, so but it's easy to do that. Okay, oops, okay, vertical, let's make it vertical. Come over here, layout, change to vertical, and let's go to styling, horizontal padding, let's decrease it so that it's come to the edge, and horizontal vertical padding, let's also decrease it, and then space between, let's set it to 10, and then text color, let's change to white, and then hover color should be, text color should be light blue, just like this over here, light blue, okay, light blue, but there is a line appearing, that's the pointer, but I don't want any pointer over here, so just say none, so no pointer right now, but okay. We can make this a bit smaller, the text a bit, so that, okay, let's click over here, go to width, is set to default, let's set to custom, let's set to pixels, okay, okay, great. So that now it's just like this one over here, okay. So links already done, this part is done, and then what you're going to do, let's go to the last column over here, subscribe. Okay, then come over here and search for the form element. Great, but we need to have only one, the email one. Okay, email one, and let's make this, let's customize this to make it similar to this. We say that enter email for this field, let's make the placeholder enter email, okay. And background color should be, let's decrease the transparency to nothing, text color should be white, okay, and border width, top should be 0, let's just decrease it, personally let's make it 0, then bottom one should be 1, and then set the border color to white, okay. And okay, great. And another thing, let's make the text over here subscribe, buttons, now make it subscribe, okay, subscribe. But one thing is that this form is very powerful, okay, because after you submit it, you can collect the leads, you can collect the email addresses in the back end of the WordPress website. You can have this information emailed to you, okay, and also you can add different kind of mailing service such as ActiveCampaign, ConvertKit, Discord, Drip, MailChimp, and whatever, lots of them are available, okay. So it's very nice, it's very useful, okay. The form element of Elementor, let's see, so it's kind of done. Let's add this one part over here, then we can do some finishing touches. Let's add a text over here, let's centerline this text, let's add a bit of padding to top and bottom, okay, and then let's have bottom margin, so it removes the spacing at the bottom of the paragraph, and then copy this text over here, copy, paste it, okay. Let's increase the padding a bit, let's make it 15, The top padding, bottom padding should be 15. Great. Another thing we can do is, okay, there is, you see there is a black text over here, email, it's the label. So we can hide this label so that it becomes more compact. Okay, great. Now looking great, it's looking quite great. But another thing we can do is like move this a bit to right hand side. So we can add a bit of padding to the container, or we can add, yeah, we can add a padding to the container for this one. The default padding is 10, right, should be 10, so 10, but from the left we can add a bit more. We can make it 30, okay, so that it is more, it looks a bit more balanced. Okay, great, great, great. Okay, it's okay, fine, it will do. But now let's check the mobile versions. Okay, so over here you see that squishing up to a navigation, we don't want that. Click over on the menu item, and then come over here, the breakpoint over here. Okay, breakpoint, and change it to none so that it changes back. So tablet, I can accept this. Okay, okay, great. On the mobile, it breaks down. It breaks down into a column, so no problem with that. Let's change it to 10. Great. So on mobile it looks fine. It looks perfectly okay. Let's see if it looks fine on mobile. Okay, great. So our footer is done. Now let's publish the footer. Click on publish, add a condition. We want this footer to be visible throughout the entire site, so save and close. Now let's go to our website, and you see our footer is appearing in the front end of the website, just like we made it. So footer is done. Footer is done. Now let's go to and make the header. So for the header, let's see what's the color over here. Okay, okay, let's go to the exit this page. Okay, let's exit this page, and then go to theme builder again, and then come over here, header, click on this plus icon, no need to use a template because we are going to build it from scratch. Let's change the name to something more friendly, main header. Okay, so I think there is a bit of gradient over here, but we are going to use a fixed color, as I mentioned earlier, that we are going to like simplify some of the things. But another thing I forgot, like I need to like add this logo to the site, so I'll just save images. Okay, save this image, just save anywhere. Okay, I'm going to the back end of the website. Okay, this is the back end of the website. Go to Okay, let's go to appearance. Okay, let me just fix it. Okay, so I'm the back end of the website right now. Let's go to customize. And then over here under site identity we can add a logo. Okay, this is the logo we downloaded earlier. No, not this one, sorry. Okay, let's check the folder over here. Let's check the images. Okay, so they don't have, so I think this is just a text over here, but as this is a simple logo, this is just a text which they used. Okay, let's inspect this. Open sans 24 pixels. Okay, no problem, we can just, let's come over here and let's do a 2-column. Okay, then let's copy the color over here. Just copy a color. There is a gradient, but I'm going to use the fixed color to make it easier for me to make the video and also for you to follow. Okay, so now let's change the width of this container to 20 pixels, maybe 15 pixels, because we are not going to need that much space. So if that's 15 pixels, then the other container should be 85. Okay, great. So this one is just text as a logo. We can add the text over here and change the color to white. (24 pixels). Copy this text. Great. Okay, fine, it looks fine. Maybe it's a bit bolder, so we can make it a bit bolder, no problem with that. Wait, let's change it to bold, so it looks great. And then to make it act like a logo, we can add this link over here, dynamic text. Okay, let's try it up, which should be site URL. So when you set it to site URL, it's going to redirect to the front of the website. Okay, and no problem, whatever you change the domain name, suppose you change the domain name from H to something else, it will still redirect to the front end of the website because it's dynamic the way I've set it over here. Okay, and then let's add the menu over here, WordPress menu. Okay, let's wait a bit, let it load the main menu. Okay, great, main menu loaded. But you see that these are all upper cases, so let's make this one uppercase. Firstly, let's change the text color to white. Then let's change the transform to uppercase, and let's see. Then let's change the hover text color to light blue. And also let's change the active text color to light blue too. So when you are going to view a page, it's going to be light blue. And let's not have any pointer. So there is a login button over here, and for the login button we can use a list element over here, so that we don't have to deal with the button styling. So you can use this list over here, and over here you can add a login link. Let's remove these two and change its login. Login, and let's see what kind of icon. User icon. User. Great. Let's change the colors. Text color to white. Let's change it to transform to uppercase. Great, now it looks great. Okay, let's change the hover color too. Okay, text hover color should be light blue, and icon hover color should be also light blue. Okay, great. When you hover over here, so you can over here you come to contents, click over this and add any kind of link you want to any external website. Okay. Another thing is this search icon over here. So let's just add it. Search form. We don't want this to be big. We want it to minimal, full screen. Okay. When you set it to full screen, it only changes to a magnifying glass. Let's change the size. Okay. Let's change the size to white. No, why doesn't it change? Toggle color. Okay, toggle color to white. Okay, white. Great. So now it looks perfect. Okay, now you see that all of these are stacked on top of each other. Simply click on this container and then click over here. Done. Okay, but you see that these are not aligned vertically. Come over here and then align item center. Over here, come over here, click on this container, align item center. See, and then another thing is that align items to the end. So now you have a great menu. Okay, so great, it looks fine, but you see that over here it takes up the full width. Okay, let's inspect this. It stretches to the end. Okay, so let's make our container do that. Let's come over here and click on this. Currently the content width set to boxed, change it to full width. See, now it stretches to the ends and now it looks perfect. Okay, then come over here, let's check the responsiveness. Okay, now the menu turns into a toggle. Let's change the toggle color so we know we can see it against the blue background. Okay, let's fix the toggle. We want the toggle so that it doesn't toggle like this, it expands within the container. So to do that, click on this toggle over here, come to content and turn this option on, full width. Now click. See, now it looks, another thing is we can do style, drop down and change the hover color, hover background color to this navy blue. Let's see. Perfect. Great. Let's check the mobile shouldn't be on 2 lines. Let's see if we can fix it. Percentage 50. Now let's decrease it more, even 30. Okay, 30. Let's make it this one 70. Let's check to percentage 70. Okay, so now everything fits in one line. Okay, and it's also usable on mobile too. Looks great on mobile, looks great on tablet. Great. Now simply let's publish it. Add a condition, entire site, save and close. Okay, it's live. So let's check our website. So our header and footer are ready. If you click on the home page, it will take you to the home page. If you click on the about, it will take you to the about page, services page. It will take you to the services page, and as you can see that the active service, when the services page is active, this one is blue. Okay. So now we are done with making the header and footer for our website. Let's go and work on the next part of the video. Okay, so in this part of the video, I am going to make this slider over here using the Smart Slider plugin. The reason for which I am using this Smart Slider plugin, because the slider element of Elementor doesn't have this 2-column arrangement over. Okay, so that's why I'm going to use the Smart Slider plugin over here, and going to make this look like this over here. And so let's get started. So we're going to go to Smart Slider and dashboard. Over here, just go to dashboard and then click on add new project. Start with a template, because if you can find a template, then it becomes a lot easier. Okay, so this one is you see it's a 2-column layout, image on the right hand side, and it matches also very well with our existing slider over here, title, text and button. Okay, simply click on import. Okay, and now what you need to do, we're going to edit one slide, match it with this one, and then delete the 2 and then duplicate this one 2 times. Okay, so simply just let's just firstly edit this to match this one over here, and the color is going to match the header, our header which we make. Copy this color over here, come over here and style, under style, okay, the background is set to gradient, but we don't need the gradient. We're going to use a fixed color, which you copy it, paste it. Okay, great. Then we don't have this one in the original one, so we are going to simply right click and delete this layer. Okay, and then copy this, copy, okay, why isn't it copying? Copy. Oh, okay, I'll just write it down, cryptocurrency. cryptocurrency. Great. Let's check. Okay, fine. Cryptocurrency, and let's check the styling over here. .48 pixels, open sans, bold. Style should be open sans, and font weight should be bold, and font size should be 48. Line height should be 1.2. Okay, and I think there is a line break over here, crypto then followed by currency. We can add that. We can add a line break over here and call it BR. Okay, this will add a line break and it looks fine, I guess, right now. And then we are going to copy this text over here. Copy. Sorry, paste over here. Paste. Then let's see. So our text size was 16 pixels. Open sans. So open sans. 16 pixels, 16, and color should be white. Okay, great, and maybe we can add a bit of padding over here so it looks nicer. And let's fix the button should read more, okay. And the background color should be this blue. Let me inspect this. I'm so sorry, I'm checking this again and again so that the video doesn't stop recording. Okay, so this is the second time I'm making this video because it stopped recording in the middle. Let's copy this. Okay, it should read more. Okay, I'll just, oh, it's the family, font family should be open sans, and the content should be read more, and the styling, the font size should be 16 and shouldn't be bold, should be regular. And background color should be this blue, and line height, font color should be white. Okay, font color should be white, and let's see if there is anything else. Okay, hover color. Let's just use the color picker over here and then hover over it. It's kind of a darkish type of blue. So click on this button, style, normal, hover, paste. So hover color should be this one. Okay, hover, when you hover it. Okay, now let's change the image over here. Let's download this image, save images, save it anywhere we like. Okay, now let's replace this image. Okay, I already got this image over here, so I will just put it over here and just make this smaller. Okay, make a little bit smaller, and let's see. and let's remove the padding. Is there any padding over here? Okay, yeah, let's remove the padding because we are going to set a maximum width of 1200 pixels. Let's keep the top and bottom padding over here. Okay, and let's see if this, let's check the tablet view, looks good, and mobile view looks good. Let's add a bit more padding at the top. Also let's add a bit of padding to the bottom over here, 40. Okay, looks fine. Let's save it. Let's go back to the desktop view. Okay, then let's go to the slider interface, and we are going to delete these two because these are the template ones. Okay, because over here the same slider is repeating 3 times, so that's what we are going to do. Let's duplicate it twice. Okay, twice duplicated, and let's check other size. Limit size with 2, we wanted to limit it to 1200 pixels because our content width is 1200 as we have discussed earlier. Limit slide width, of course, and then the whole slider should be full width from here to here, stretched. Okay, so that's what this makes sure. Save it, and we are going to add it to the home page. So open up the home page using Elementor. There is a home title over here. Click on the gear icon and toggle this hide title to make sure it becomes a clean slate. Add a container, then search for the element smart slider. Choose this gradient slider which you imported and modified. Okay, but this one is boxed, so simply go over here, click on this container, and then content width from box to full width. Okay, there's a spacing around the edges. To remove it, simply click on the container, go to advanced and unlink the padding. So this part is done. Great, this part is done, and the only thing missing over here is this animation, up and down animation. Okay, but if you go over here and click on this image and go to animation, then unfortunately you need to upgrade to the pro version to get access to animations. Okay, and as I mentioned earlier, very clear in this video, okay, that I will not be using any kind of custom codes, because for new beginners or who want to who absolutely have no idea about coding, it will confuse them, like where to place the codes, etc. Forget about it. If you want the animation, simply you will have to, unfortunately, have to get the pro version of Smart Slider. Okay, great. So it looks fine right now, looks great. And another thing is that I will modify it a bit more. Let's go to the gradient slider, controls, arrow, and arrow controls, bullets, fine, animations, autoplay, make sure to turn on the autoplay, and let's set the autoplay duration to 5000 milliseconds, which means 5 seconds. Okay, let's refresh this page, home page. Okay, now we have our slider, works perfectly fine. Let's wait if it autoplays. Autoplays, resume on click, resume on social media. Saved, yeah, saved. Autoplay. Okay, it autoplays. Okay, 5000 milliseconds. Great, it autoplays, and let's check the mobile view. This one is responsive view on large screen, iPhone XR. Mobile view looks absolutely perfect. The menu look works fine. Great. So now we are done with this making the slider part, and another thing is that there you see this wave over here. We're going to add it when we're editing the page with Elementor. Okay, when we start building up from over here, we're going to add the wave. Okay, so no need to worry about that, and followed by the rest of the section. So in the next part of the video, I'm going to start building the page using Elementor, and then we'll be done. Okay, so thank you. Let's go to the next part of the video. Okay, so now we are done with making the slider for our website, and now we can go ahead and start making the rest of the home page over here. So let's get started. So there is a shape over here. You see the wave kind of shape which is missing. So let's add that this one in a container like this, and we're going to use the same color over here so that it matches. Okay, and then just set a background, this color based background for this section, this container I added, and come over here and use this shape divider bottom waves. Okay, but not like this. We need to flip it, this, not this, invert this. Okay, invert. Okay, let's not add it to the top, none. Let's add it to the bottom. Sorry, I made the mistake. And waves. Okay, now there is a wave, but let's see which section am I choosing. Yes, it's correct one. Okay, this there's a one up and down. Okay, so we need to do something like this. Okay, but let's decrease the height a bit, not that much. Okay, this one will work with let's try inverting it, flipping it. Okay, let's just keep it the way it is. Maybe make this section a bit more higher. Okay, done. So now let's start working over here. Services. Okay, for this one just add a new section. And add this title over here and our services. Our services. Now use the color picker tool to choose this blue color, and we need to make the our services part blue, so we use the span tag over here, SPAN. Okay, and then slash SPAN close, and then style. Okay, 1 second. Style. Okay, wait a minute. Style equals quotes color sorry this one color. This is the color. We need to choose this color over here, color picker. Okay, great. Let's see. Yeah, okay, fine. So our services. Now let's add a bit of padding to this top section over here. Padding 50 pixels top. Great. And let's add this text over here. Copy this text and add it over here. Okay, and then center align this text. Okay, great. Okay, this one is added. This one is a bit closer, I think, to this our services title over here. Now add this container over here, container. Now change its color, use the color picker to this one, its background. Okay, now save this icon as image. Choose this image. Oh, I need to reload the page, so 1 second. Let me refresh this page. Okay, yeah, okay, let's refresh this and try to upload the icon again. Okay, icon uploaded. It's a bit too big, I think, so just decrease it to a fixed 50. Is it a bit bigger on this? Maybe 65. We can go with 65. Okay, then over here Which one is this? Let's check. Okay, let's just choose it, H3. Just add the title over here. Okay, just need to make sure what title is this. H5, this is H5. Okay, this should be H5. Okay, great. Center align it. Okay, copy this text over here. Okay, and then I closed it, reopen, close tab. Okay, then add the text below this. Copy this text over here. Read more. Okay, just type in read more. Okay, now let's inspect this button over here. 16 pixels, and this is font weight bold. Okay, let's make it like that. Typography font weight should be 600 pixels. Okay, and border radius 0, padding 0, and text color should be dark. No, not the background color, sorry, not the background color. Background color should be transparent, and typography, text color over here should be dark. Okay, great. Let's see if there is anything else. Okay, and there is a hover color over here. Okay, so it's blue, so we're going to set it to that. Hover text color should be light blue. Okay, great. And let's see if there is anything left. There is a distance between this, so I can add a bottom, I can add a padding to this section over here, the top, padding 30. Okay. Okay, now what we're going to do, we need 3 boxes like this. Okay, so let's just come over here, duplicate it 2 times, duplicate, and then what you're going to do, we're going to click over here and horizontal, set it to row horizontal. Okay, now it automatically aligns it like this. Okay, and then download this one, save images, upload this image. Okay, I think it's the same text for all these 3, so I'm just going to change this icon image and the title over here. Great, this one is done. Okay, just add another section at the bottom for the button over here. Button, view all, change this text to view all, and just we can add a bit of padding to the top, 30, and bottom should be 80. Sorry, margin, not margin, padding, bottom should be 50. Okay. Okay, this section is done. Let's go on the next section. This about us section over here, and we can just copy and paste this and reuse this, copy and paste this section over here, paste, and just copy this color of this section over here. Okay, and make this text white, and our services, it should be about us. Okay, about us. The blue text, the one inside the span tag, it should be us. Okay, and there is a text below this, make it white. Okay, and over here let's add a section, add a bit of padding at the top, because you see there is a distance over here. Add a bit of padding, maybe 30, bottom 50, and we can use the same color we used over here, copy, and paste this color. Okay, great. And now what are you going to do? We're going to add an image. Firstly, add an image, save this image, H3, this one is H3 followed by text and button. So what I've done, I've added a container over here. So let's just add a text over here, title, make sure that it is H3, color should be white, and the text over here, text color should be white too. Copy this text. Okay, great. Now add a button and change the text to read more. Read more. Great. Now click over here and then change the row container settings to horizontal. Okay, But another thing is that I think this section is a bit too, I think it should be 50-50, okay. Width should be custom, let's try to make it 50. No, it's not working. Okay, let's make this container full width should be 50. Okay, it is 50 right now. Okay, now it's fine. Now it's fine. Okay, now let's click over here and try to center align it. Great. Now it looks fine. Is it read more? Yes, read more. Maybe we need to make this section a bit more compact, like not 1200, 1000 pixels, or maybe, okay, let's just change the text over here. Let's try this again. Not the read more. I don't want the read more. Okay, maybe a bit more wider, the 1100. Okay, now it looks fine. Now it looks fine. Now let's update it. Now this section shouldn't be difficult. Maybe we can make use of these containers, or maybe we can make use of the image box. Okay, let's just start doing it. Let's just copy this title over here, copy and paste it, and there, so we can add a bit of padding at the top, 50, and 30 bottom, and our, instead of our services, it should say why choose us. Why choose us. Image box, search for this image box. So we've got this heading over here. Let's see if okay, let's try to make the image like this. Okay, save as. Okay, width should be, and there is a border, should be, there is a border, there's a border, border with 2 pixels. No, let's make it 5. No, it's too thick. 4. Border radius, spacing, just the spacing between there. Okay, okay. Another thing is that there should be a spacing between. Okay, let's see if this one is H5. So we can set this heading H3 not H5, and this shouldn't be uppercase. Okay, so title, typography, transform normal, and expert management. Okay, QUAOD, this one is over here. Okay, let's add a bit of margin at the top, 30 pixels, 30 pixels top margin, and maybe we can make the section content width a bit less, like 1100, or maybe 1150. Okay, great. Then duplicate it 1 2 3 1 2 3 3 times. Secure investment, let's change the icon over here. Okay, secure investment, and the text is the same. Okay, let's okay, let's go to the next one and change the icon in image, because they're the same. Instant trading, center align this button and change the text to read more. Okay, great. Make sure to update it so that our changes are safe. So this section is done. Okay, let's see if we have added. We need to add a bit more padding at the bottom over here. Let's see, padding, bottom should be 30, not 50. Sorry, 50. It should be, bottom should be 50, not 30. Okay, now this section is full width. Okay, so let's start adding it. Okay, and add a section over here, and then firstly let's add the title over here. Okay, 1 second. The title should be, okay, the title over here. Let's just firstly copy the color of this section, color picker. Okay, color picker active, style, background type, paste. Okay, and then at the top let's add a 50 pixels padding. Copy this, copy, paste, and bottom we can add a 30 pixels and our team. So let's change the color white and change the text our. Okay, copy this, the style of this section and paste it. Sorry, I need to copy the and the paste the style of this section, not the section. Okay, okay, great. So we have pasted this. Now let's start working on this section. Maybe we can use an image box for this. Okay, okay, let's start doing this. Firstly, add a container and copy this color over here. Select this container and then okay, color changed. And now let's add an image box. Image box over here. Image box, save images. Decrease the size of the image. Border type solid. Border width should be 4. Border color should be white. And then increase the border radius. And let's see what we have. H5, this text is H5. So come over here, change the title HTML tag to H5, change this color to light blue, and then over here typography, change text transform normal. Okay, now let's just copy it. And then copy this one. Okay, now change the color of this to white. Description, this the text is the description. Description color should be white. Okay, and the title spacing below the title should be not much. I think this one is good. And let's see if the image, let's see the image, distance between the image, let's decrease it a bit more. Okay, great. Now let's add the social icons, Now let's firstly let's decrease make the padding 0, and then official color should be custom, and primary color should be let's just decrease the opacity, so the background color should be transparent. Okay, let's see what icons. Facebook, not this icon, the other one, all icons, Facebook, this one. Okay, and Twitter, we got Twitter, we got LinkedIn. Let's change this to LinkedIn. This one. Instagram, and YouTube. Now let's set a spacing between these two, between all of this. And let's add a hover effect, light blue color. Okay, cool. Now we need to duplicate this 3 times. Copy this, copy, duplicate, and then duplicate. Okay, and after duplicating it, click over here, come over here and set it to horizontal. Okay, maybe we need to adjust some of the things. Okay, no problem. Image width should be more, because okay, I think this one looks good. And another thing is that the template is full width over here, full width, so we need to also set it to full width. Come over here, instead of box it should be full width. Okay, now it looks better, but let's add a bit of padding to the left and right, 20 pixels left and right. Okay, and size should be 15. No, 15 is too less. 20, I think 20 should be fine. And then container over here should be padding. Let's add a bit of padding all around, 20 pixels padding all around, or 25. There's a distance between this, so let's add a bit of distance, 30. Now I think it's looking fine, but I think these edges are a bit rounded, I guess. And style, border, I can add a 5 pixel border radius. This one looks fine. Okay, great. Now let's just delete all of this and just duplicate the first one. Delete. Now duplicate, and duplicate. Okay. Now let's just change the images. Okay, all of them are marketing head, just changing the image and the name. Nancy White, Earl, this guy over here. Great, I think this section looks great right now. And let's see what else we've got. This last section over here. And let's just add another container. And it might look a bit different. So padding top and bottom 50, 50. Copy, paste. Testimonial carousel, and let's remove this bottom margin. We have two testimonials over here, so let's just remove this. Should be okay, slides to show, slides per view 2. Okay, so I'm simplifying this section because there's no point of taking making like so much in detail and just wasting time. So copy this, okay, and then the email name. What is her name? Maybe it might be easier just to, no, I just got it. Okay, got it over here. Name is this one, and then what's his title? Don't even know what it means. Okay, title is this one, and let's use this save images. Okay, this one is done. Maybe we can duplicate this one. Okay, duplicate this one and let's put in her image. Let's just type it out, it might be easier. What's her name? Zen Court. Okay, Zen Court, and the title is the same. So okay, great. And let's see if we can change the style. Skin, let's make it bubble. Okay, now it looks better. Now it looks a bit better. Okay. Okay, great. So so we are done actually. We're done with the home page. Okay. We're done with the home page. It's the original one over here. It's the original one. This is the one I made. Okay, this section is over here. Let's see, let's review it. A bit more spacing at the top and bottom. Maybe I can add 80 pixels at the top and bottom instead of 50. 80 and bottom also 80. Oh sorry, not this one, not this one. This is the upper section over here. Bottom, for this one I should add 80. Bottom, not this one too, this one, okay, over here. Bottom 80. Okay, great. Now just save this. Now let's just check the mobile version. Okay, this is the slider. It's a separate thing. Okay, over here we can click over here and make this wrap so that it takes up the full width, and add a bit of padding on both sides. Padding top 30, padding right should be 20, so it looks nicer. Maybe should we, it's okay, let's keep it the way it is. Let's keep this the way it is. Okay, this one is messed up. Let's wrap this section. Okay, should adjust this image border radius to make it round. 200. Okay, 200. Copy, and let's copy this style and paste it. Paste style, paste style, paste style. Okay, great. Now let's check the mobile view. Mobile view, this slider as we checked earlier looks fine. Maybe the waves a bit too crazy over here, and so I'm going to go to style, shape divider, bottom waves. Let's increase the width a bit. I think this would be okay. Okay, let's center align this image. Okay, why is this like this? Which should be 100%. Okay, now it looks nice. Okay, the images over here, I think image which should be a bit more like this 34. Okay, now simply copy it and paste the style for the rest. Paste style, paste style, paste style. Okay, great, great. So we are done making the home page. Okay, we're done making the home page. So this is our home page made with Elementor, how it looks like. Okay, this is the original one. Okay, and this one is the one I made using Elementor over here. A bit I simplified this so that the border is touching right now. I think it looks okay, so I did not waste that much time on it. This one looks good. This one I also simplified, not doing the exact same thing. Okay, great. Now change it. Okay, now what you're going to do, we are going to, so let's refresh the home page and see how it looks. Okay, this is the home page right now, and making the other pages are very easy. Let me just show it to you. Firstly, let's see, let's go to the about us. Okay, okay, over here go to about, edit page. So over here go to about. Okay, now edit this page with Elementor. Okay, now over here hide this title, and simply what you do, you copy this about sections, paste, copy and paste over here, update. Services. Okay, edit this page. Okay, let's go to services. So this is the services, just copy and paste the services section. And the last remaining is the button section over here. Okay, great, services done. Okay, great, now close this one, and then let's go to why us. Why us is this section. So let's refresh the services page. Now let's go to why us. Okay, edit page.
So our team is this one. Okay, great. So we are done with making our website. Let's do a final check. So this is the home page. This is the home page. Okay, and this is the about page. This is the services page. Why us? And finally team. Okay, so we're done with making our website. So if you have found this video useful, then please make sure to like this video, and also please subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this. Thank you and have a great day.